At some point games should not be called games as a service anymore. If they are, they should just be called griefs as a service, because it is almost impossible now to track some of the ways these games try to get you, whether it be consumables, customization, monetization or currencies. They are all going to be jammed into the game to add to the supposed depth, like somehow squeezing the side of a cup makes the water rise but does not change the actual amount inside. However, when Square Enix announced Avengers, I think a lot of people sat back and said, you know what, I like superheroes, I like smashing people to death with a bunch of my friends, let's see how this one turns out. And then we heard about the various different battle pass and different ways customization would work, as well as different ways monetizations would work, and I think a lot of people just threw up their hands and said, you know what, I'm going to wait till this thing comes out, and that's what we are going to discuss. Today this is my review in progress for Avengers. I am going to be covering all of these bits. They have played in the last 24 hours, also I have been up all night playing this, not necessarily because I loved it, but because I sort of wanted to do this video. And I talk to you guys all about it. Avengers has actually interested me, keenly since it was originally announced, so let's begin. As you guys know, less than 14 of the people who watch the videos and subscribe, yet they continue to return again and again. If you get a chance, hit the subscribe button. It helps or find somebody on YouTube you like and maybe subscribe to them, and thanks to Square for a copy of the game. As you guys know, even if a developer gives me a code, I get a copy of the game and give it away to people, so my hard-earned cash is on the line just like yours. Let's jump into this and discuss Avengers graphics. Up first, so Avengers actually shows up much improved for me. From the beta, heavily improved. Most of the large frame rate drops are absolutely gone, and what you are left with here is an over-the-top action superhero smash him up. If somewhat closed off in some of the location, you have characters pulling out suppers like the Hulk slaps his hands together, the world's biggest and pretty much most epic high five over brushers the entry location and kills a bunch of bad guys. Then you switch over Captain America leap into the air and throw your shield on the dome of for enemy mercs who now unfortunately all have CT from the battle. Then you leap into the fight as Black Widow, go invisible, spawn a staff and proceed to Gandalf the hell out of a ton of enemies that pick the wrong day to guard the door graphically. The game is in love with particle effects and effects of all kinds, with everyone, even the more mortal of the characters like Black Widow, having her fair share of moves that throw trails of everything from her boots to her hands, that's not including the enemies as well, who slash and dash and slide and shoot and step and stealth around the game, all to try to take you on using all manner of environmental weapons. Luckily, the designs for the characters are pretty good as well, so the scale is a bit off just to make the game playable. In fact, you're going to hear a lot of that through this review or preview to make something work. A lot of what you would expect in the game has to be handled in a particular way, or it just probably would not be here. That being said, the attacks are not bad at all, some are excellent. Like I said, the Hulk's hilarious over-the-top moves, or through this amazing moment just spinning the hammer or performing combos on enemies. That being said, I think we should all take a moment of silence for Black Widow's kneecaps that she apparently lost at Wakanda. I have no clue what's going on with half of the structures walking animation, but it's like somebody went in the snippet there like man's and said, hey man, go for a walk. They all look really weird when you are moving around any of the normal locations. That's not all, though. The one place where Avengers absolutely fails, it drops the ball utterly, is in its level design, whether it's showy intruders or desert location, forest field with teleporting enemies, or some of the city location. It's just the nonsensical mess of artificial platforms, stupid design, broken location. I am blown away that a lot of this location are the basic, ignoring the more linear location of which there a stationary number will basically go down into a small hallway through a door and into a room with some bad guys. Boom. Missions over its here larger areas that just they suck random planks and items sit out everywhere. Many times you just be running through a level and there is just a metal plate with a bunch of money on it. You would think a story based on a hidden military force would design that the best way to hide everything would not be going to the old adage or sometimes you miss what's right in front of your face kind of design. When it comes to their banks, almost every single location has a large open area, 2 or 3 ways around it, and some platforms most conveniently placed so everyone can get them just in case, so you get a clean bin participation award for a game that's asking everybody to repeat this content, the lack of any Destiny even level design. In any location whatsoever in the game is atrocious, it's unspeakable. I cannot believe this is even a thing, it just looks bad. We should expect more from a game like this, any game like this. Thanks asking you to repeat this constant content and I am telling you all of the levels. I like that everything looks like a device or a design plot point where it's just floating container to hills with scratches and them for it to clean, even the puzzles which run the extent of shooting to colored bulks to open up a door or shock her for colored bulks. To open a door it is almost localistically placed likely. Again, you do have this very cool structure designs, but the locations themselves, while initially looking very interesting, completely fall apart as you play. Those experiences even 1, if not 2, if not 3, if not 10 times again. Also there are a number of graphical bugs. For example, Captain America face just melts in one of the particular customs. There are also a number of animation issues, especially when you're attacking enemies, where sometimes you will hit them and they will fly one way or past you the wrong way, that they're just not really affected. And yes, that's even if you are playing some of the games or levels that you play solo now. Oh, this is going to matter if it does not run well. I did say that the FPS has dramatically improved from the beta and that's the absolute truth, but it's not perfect. 4K 16 FPS is probably not going to be within most anyone grasp regardless of hardware on the PC. Now there are some ways to get it running at cloud. To that there is of course that very aggressive dynamic resolution system. However, on 2 PCs that I tested on the dynamic resolution system got confused over time and continued to downgrade the resolution, and the only way to actually get it to anything remotely playable was to switch that off and then back on again. It was a very odd decision. With the 2018 Ti I was able to actually do very well at 1440 with almost all the settings on ultra, but do think 4K 16 FPS is going to be very difficult for a lot of people, especially if you want it 16 locked. Now we can target anything. Target is sort of a cheat word. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel, goodbye.